Hi everyone, how are you doing? This is Donnie, and in today's video, we are going to show you how to create templates in MS PowerPoint. So templates can come in handy if you want to implement a certain layout, design, or format to several of your files. So whenever you want to make a template in PowerPoint, you have to understand that the first step is you have to go to what we call the master view. Whenever you open your PowerPoint file, what you see is what we call the normal view. The normal view is where you put in your texts, your images, your videos, whatever you want to put in your presentation. And most of the time, we also do the formatting here, we do the layout here. But if you want to keep a consistent and coherent format across all your slides, then you may want to use the master view. The master view sort of like acts like a template design for your slides. So to do that, we're going to go to View and then Slide Master. So take note that I'm not putting in texts yet. I'm just going to take care of the layout first. So View and then Slide Master. This will bring you to a different view of the same file. Okay, we do not have a new file. It's still the same file, only that we're in a different aspect of the file. We are at the design aspect, the master slide aspect. And in this view, we have the master view here. So we have the theme master. The theme master is like the super slide. It's the template of all templates. Even templates will follow them. Even all the layouts will follow them. And then under that theme master, we have a design that we want to implement for the title slide. We want a design to implement on content slides. We want a design to implement on section header slides and other slides as well. So you can have slides divided into halves or just plain slide with nothing on it. So for this video, we're going to put some layout on this one. We have the title slide. So let's apply our layout on this slide. So let's make a design. So I actually prepared some elements here, like some text or some images that I can use for the background. So the first thing that I want to put is a sticky note maybe. Okay, so a tape with note. So I want my title to show up here. So I still have the credits from the website I got it from. So I will crop the edges so that they won't be visible. Okay. And then we want to, of course, put the placeholder, this one here. They're sort of like text boxes in front of my tape with note. So this placeholders here is where you're going to enter your texts later, but not here, okay? This is the master view. You're not supposed to be adding texts here. If you add texts here, then that text will be part of the design. It will be part of the template. We don't want that. So I'll send this note with tapes to the back. So I'll right click on it and then send to the back. So that would put my placeholder or my text box in front. Let's say that I want to add more to my title slide. So I have a corkboard file here that I want to put at the back. Of course, you can design anything that you want. It's just I'm choosing this one. I want to cover the entire slide background with this. So I will send this to the back as well so that it goes all the way to the back, right behind my tape with note, which is behind the texts. So I now have a design or a template that I can use for title slides. Okay. And next, we can also create a design for content slides. Of course, this is actually quite important because this is where all your contents will be entered later on. So I'm going to again apply some layout there. So I'll bring in the corkboard. maybe for artistic effect, I'll tilt it a bit. Okay, again, the design is totally up to you. I'll just do it this way. And you don't have to think about the edges because once you are in the regular slide or normal view, the edges will not affect the slide at all. But you can crop them if you want, but I'll just keep it that way. And then I want this corkboard to be, let's say, let's have an effect on it. So let's go to picture format, maybe put some shadow. So some people don't like shadow, some are okay with it. Totally up to you again. And then let's say that I want the title to be a little bit tilted as well, just like the corkboard. And change the font as well. Okay. So this is how I want my content to appear. Of course, I have to send the corkboard again to the back so that my content placeholder here is also visible. And again, I'll tilt it. And let's say that I don't want my content to have bullet points, so I'll remove it from here. And I also want to implement not Calibri, but maybe another font. So let's say I'm more interested with using Aharoni as well, and maybe change the font into white. Again, this is just a sample design. You can design your own if you want. Okay. All right. So maybe the corkboard is too vibrant. So I will recolor it so that it's a little bit pale like that. That would be better, I think. And now I can change the font color into black. Okay. So we now have our content slide. Let's have another design for our section layout. So for the section layout, okay, this is the third slide. You would see that the name of the layout will be visible actually when you put your mouse over the design or the layout. So I'll put again the corkboard. Okay. And then maybe this time I have another sticky note here. All right. So there's a white background. So I'll remove that. I'll click the image and then I'll go to color so that I could set the white part of the image as transparent. So set transparent color. Okay. And then if you're wondering how did I did that, so I click on the image, color, set transparent color, and then you have to click on the white space so that it's like telling PowerPoint that any pixel that is white should turn invisible. Okay, and we have this now. And then we have to send this again to the back because the placeholder are there behind. So I'll send the sticky note first, send all the way to the back, and then the corkboard next. Right click on the corkboard, send to back. Okay. And then for the title, I'll tilt it a bit. Okay, I'll make sure it doesn't overlap. I don't need maybe this one. I'll remove this placeholder. Okay, and let's say that for this, I want the font to be a bit smaller. I want it, what else? Let's say I want it to be on top, that. Okay, so now we have a template or a design for the title slide, the content slide, and the section slide. So now we can go to the slide master tab and close master view. So you would notice that we're back in the normal view and we now have the design implemented in our presentation. So let's say this is our title slide and then this is our content slide. And as you could see, I can use the design that I made on this regular slide. So this is the first slide. Okay. And then let's say that I'm going to add a new slide in my presentation. So I will right click and then new slide. And you will see that the new slide will also implement the design that we have for the content slide. And let's say that for this one, I want this to start my first chapter of my presentation. So I want to implement the section layout or the third design that we did a while ago. So for that, I would have to right click on the slide on the left, and then I have to go to layout. And then under layout, you will see all the designs that we've created. So we have the design for the title, a design for the content, a design for a section header. And if ever you design the others, then you will also see them here. So I want to switch this content slide into a section header. So I just have to go here and click it, the section header layout. And that slide transforms into a section header. So let's say that this is part 1. And I have to start another slide so that I could start my presentation. So enter or right click, new slide. But I'm not supposed to use another section header. So I will again right click, layout. And then this time I have to switch back to the title and content layout. And now I could start, okay, my first slide. And then if you want to add another one, go ahead and you will see that you have your um, next content layout. So now I have a layout or design or template that I could use whenever I want to create a new slide. And if, for example, for whatever reason, you accidentally or intentionally experimented on the design and you realize that you don't like what you did and you want to revert back to your original layout, you simply have to right click on the layout here on the left and then just reset the slide. So by resetting the slide, you're turning back the design of that slide to the layout that it's supposed to follow. So reset slide, and all the formatting that you did will be removed. And what you will have is the layout that you designed in the master view. So that is how to create a template in PowerPoint. So now you can save this file and you can keep using it. Or you could also save it as a template. Okay, so just well, the for me, the best way is to just save it and open it whenever you need that template. But if you want to be really technical about this, you can go to File and then you save it as, and then you browse your computer. You don't have to mind what folder it goes to because once you change the file type into a PowerPoint template, then it switches to the folder that it has to be saved. So it gets saved in the Documents folder under Custom Office Templates. So now you know where you have to look for it in case you want to share the template to another person. So I want this to be the corkboard design template. And then I'll save it. So next time that I want to have a presentation, I simply have to go to File and then I have to click New. And then under New, I have to go to Personal. And you will see that I now have the corkboard design over here. And I could simply click it. And then I want to create a new file out of that layout that I made. And now you have a design. So you can now implement the template in this new file that you are creating. So that is how you can use or create templates in PowerPoint. I hope that was clear. And if ever you have questions, you can simply send me a message in the comment section and I'll be glad to help you out. Thank you and see you in the next video.